If you are looking to set up donations on a Squarespace website, you have a few options. I've tried all of these and I'm gonna walk you through one of my favorites and why it's my favorite and the ease of setting it up. By the end of this video, you'll be able to get it set up on your website today and be able to start accepting donations. Let's get into it. All right, so here we are on my demo website. This is just a sample website that I'm using. This is the built-in tool for donations with Squarespace. I got a recent update and there are some cool options here, but the tool we're gonna walk through is called Square Donations. Now, right before we get into building, there are a few things I do want to cover. So with Square Donations, here's a few key things I would think about. All right. At the top, it shows recurring donations, suggested amount, and custom branding. Generally, you get all of those with the current built-in Squarespace experience. There are other tools out there, but I'm just going to compare these two right now. But this is where it becomes really significant. If you look at all these options right here, these are game changers. So if you're trying to raise $1 million and you have raised 400,000 so far, you could have a progress tracker on your website that shows how much you've raised so far, which is not built in on most other tools. From there, donor recognition, and then a really important one, right? Transaction fees, that's a huge one. So we'll take a look at that. And then what's most important, anytime someone donates, you want to say thank you. You want to reach out to them later. You may want to connect with them in a few months, in a year, all of that. Being able to integrate with other tools with ease is going to be vital to the success of any donation campaign you run. I have seen tons of campaigns, and the ones that can communicate easily with their donor list are the ones who gain the most traction with their community and influence. Finally, this is important, form styling, analytics, and custom fields. We'll take a look at that in a moment here, but let's get working on setting up your account now with Square Donations. There is a special promo down below if you use that link in my description so that you can get a discount on your plan once you get started. Okay, so here we are, we've logged in. I haven't done a thing yet. I'm gonna walk you through every step of the process. The first thing we're gonna wanna do is connect our website. So I'm gonna hit add new website and then begin this process. Now, I have a ton of websites in my account, so it's gonna ask me which one. And it's actually this one right here. So I'm gonna click on that. It'll automatically connect. This is beautiful. It works really flawlessly. Gives you some key information. You'll hit allow. Just like that, we've connected our website. Literally 2 clicks, we're done, we're connected. Okay, now the next step is we want to link Stripe. So I'm gonna click here and then I'm gonna click connect now. You'll see there's 3 connection points here, but I'm gonna do connect Stripe. I'll hit connect. Then it's gonna ask me to log in. I'm gonna do this off screen just because it's private information, but it's the same exact simple process where you just click in, you'll log into your account, and then you'll be able to get yourself set up. So I'll do that, I'll hit create. And just like that, it will start to set up my donation page for me with Stripe. Again, you can see the ease of this is just so powerful. You may need to add in some business information and get that approved. Okay, boom, just like that, we got Stripe connected. That literally took me a minute, and now we could create a campaign. So a campaign is a way that you could collect donations for a specific amount of time, a duration, a specific amount, things like that. So let's set up our first campaign. So here we're gonna say, raise funds for orphans. Campaign goal is 150,000. And then the date of the campaign, we could have a start date and an end date. In this case, I'm just gonna leave it because let's just do an end date right now. Let's just say May 30th, 2025. Perfect, save changes. Just like that, that is set up. And then we'll go to form details. So here, this is really cool. You get a lot of control. You get a lot of power with this. Do you want to set up recurring donations? Yep, we can do that. You could adjust the number amounts here. So it has 5, 10, and 15, but maybe we want bigger donations. So we'll do 50, and then we'll do 100, and then we'll do 250. Perfect. There's a lot of options, but it's really a clean UI and super simple. Even I love this, the monthly. It's just right there. So easy to use and go from there. All right, perfect. You could set the options here, weekly, bi-weekly, whatever you like. In this case, it's one time or monthly. If you do more options, it would be a drop down, which is great. That's awesome. Enable donor comments, let donors cover processing fees, enable donation by company. Boom, just like that. Look at that, just a few clicks. We're able to do so much. So I'm just gonna leave all this because it's a lot of options. I don't technically want all this, but I'm just going to leave it so you can see it. And then I'll hit save changes again. Then here is the script. Just like this, I'll copy this and I'll be able to paste it into my website. Another feature that I didn't show you is up here it says general settings. You could go to styles or post submit. So here if I go to styles, it gives me even more control. Again, if I need to change this hex code, let's say to a specific color, I can do that. Easily change it how I like. From there, I could go to post submit. I could have a written thank you message, and I could also have a redirect URL, which is awesome. So that way I'm able to send people to a thank you page as well on my website and track how many people go from my homepage to donations to being able to then see how they land on the thank you page. This tool is really robust. I'm really thankful for it, and I love the amount of flexibility built into it. Now let's go to the widget design and just take a look at this. Now you can see here, there's a lot going on that's really powerful for you to customize, design, and get a feel for. Here we have the linear bar, we could have a circular indicator, or we could do more of a graphical display, which is awesome. Here, I'm just going to keep the linear bar. I like the thermometer type feel. From there, I could take my brand colors and then integrate them in here. You could also have anonymous donations show up, show donation progress, right? Show recent donations. Maybe you don't want to do that, so you could just hide it, but you could still do this. Supporters raised out of 2,1370. It's awesome. It's really, really a clean interface. And then how many recent donations, if you do have that, you could select that item, and then I'll just hit save changes. Here's the script again. It just provides it for you, which is awesome. I'll click out of that, and then I'm going to add it to my website. So here I'm going to open up my website. In this case, I'm going to actually put it on the same page that I have this block on. So here we have this donation block with Squarespace. I'm going to show you both of them next to each other just so you get a feel for it. Here we go. So I'm going to do code, drop in a code block, drag this over right here, drag this bigger, and then in here, I'll just click edit. There's a bit of code here. You just get rid of that and then paste in the code you have. Boom, just like that. It automatically pulls the right height, all of that good stuff. Oh, so it looks like I had to adjust the height in the code just a little bit. It was cutting off. So you'll see here, it was like 500 something. So if I move that down, you'll see it cuts off a little bit, and you could scroll inside of it, but I'm just gonna do 650, leave it at that, and then boom. Hit save and then exit out of this. And again, we'll take a look at both of them. Now, this one's a little bigger, but that's not a problem actually. This is actually really useful. And so it shows this, it shows different currencies, which if you need that, that's huge. And then from here, you could select the right amount and then go from there to continue to go through the process of the donation. So yeah, we'll cover the fee and then donate, boom. Here we go into individual, organization, company, and then go through that process. And as you can see, it's a really robust system. So by the time someone donates, you'll be able to see that information in your campaigns and be able to cover all the details of all donations. So if we go in here, you'll see here is the list of everything that you're gonna want and need in terms of all your donations. If you have multiple websites, you'll be able to see that listed here. If you have multiple campaigns, you can see that listed here as well. When it comes to integrations, I'd also really consider either integrating with MailChimp or Zapier so that you're able to send out notifications to people after the fact, which is awesome. The big thing to consider here is always, right, pricing. You take a look here, this is really affordable in terms of pricing with all other tools. The fact that you could start at $0 a month and have a 1% platform fee is crazy. And so you can see here all the opportunity you have in terms of growth, and any software that I use, I want to make sure that if I grow, it can grow with me. This tool can grow with you as you collect more donations, you set up more campaigns, all of that. There's unlimited campaigns. You don't got to worry about that. It comes down to the number of websites you have. That's probably an important factor here. If you do have multiple sites, you're probably looking at the 20 a month or more. And then in case of your integrations, you'll probably want to pay attention to that here. But if you don't have any integrations, you could use this tool for free today. Check out the link down below. If you have any questions, drop them in the comments. And with that, I'll see you guys in the next video. Peace.